Hello, everyone. My name is Kira Kellinger. I'm a client success manager here at Lux Sales Consulting. And today I have with me Kelly David, who is a financial professional from the Bay Area, California. After working with us for 4 months, she found a way to consistently meet with her niche, which is professionals in the nonprofit industry, which is also where she came from. And that's so impressive, especially, I'd love to record especially how you did it. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So Kelly, if you could introduce yourself, where you're from again, and what exactly it is you specialize in and what you do for them.
Sure. Hi, I'm Kelly David. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm a financial professional, doing this for quite a while now. Yeah. Basically, this has just gone very well for me. Working with Lux, it was a huge success. And anything else you'd like me to know and introduce about myself?
Yeah. So tell me what you do with nonprofit professionals.
Okay, sure. So basically, I specialize in working with people in the nonprofit world. I chose that specific niche because I came from the nonprofit world, so I know it very well. I also know that a lot of people don't have good retirement plans or access to financial advisors in that world. So basically, I chose that specific niche, and it worked out very, very well for me. I made a lot of great connections, not just in gaining clients, but also referral partners, etc. So basically, I work specifically with people in the nonprofit world, and I'm able to sit down with them, go over their finances, something that they normally wouldn't be have the opportunity to have access to, and they welcome that. They love that they have someone that is reaching out to them, and so that works out great. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really awesome. So tell me more about it. So yes, you came from the nonprofit industry, and we have to pick a niche here, right? But actually, your greater mission was to kind of help, a certain amount of people
Yeah.
that don't have access. Can you tell me a little bit more about, your mission? And you're just starting out, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you,
Yeah. Yeah, so because I've been doing this, so like I said, it's only been quite a while, a little under a year. I've been doing this totally. So yeah, it's basically initially when I first started, because I came from a nonprofit background and I got into finance and started learning about all of this. That was one of the things that I kept thinking to myself was, man, I wish I would have known about this when I was younger. So it was very important to me that I got this information out to the people in the middle class, your average person who doesn't, can't afford a financial advisor. So initially, I thought it would be a good idea to talk to teachers because I know how hard they work and how much they put into it and all of that and how little money they make. So I started out doing teachers specifically, and I had some really good conversations, met some good people, but quickly realized that I'm better off in my own niche. I kind of really understand that market better. So I made the decision to change. Basically, so I initially started with the niche of be it teachers, and while I got great conversations out of it and a couple of phone calls and things like that, maybe it was the timing, as I said, because it was towards the end of the school year when it all happened, but we made the decision to pivot and go and just work with people in the nonprofit world, and it's just right where I belonged, where I haven't always been, and just fit right in. And suddenly it just everything exploded from that point on. It was just night and day. Yeah. So yeah.
yeah, it really exploded. So can you tell me, per week, how many meetings do you get now? And it's almost kind of too many, right? You have
Yeah.
to
I was
split up
gonna
your
say, yeah.
workload. So how did you manage that? And yeah, what
Yeah.
have the numbers been since the explosion?
It's funny you said that because I just said yesterday, like I had 3 calls yesterday, just yesterday alone. I had 3 calls. So yeah, so as far as like calls go, I would say I have at least 10 to 15 calls set up on my calendar a week. At least it's usually more than that. But they're always, just it depends, of course, how the call's going to go, right? But I have those calls set up. So yeah, so it's pretty much every day I have some sort of client that I'm going to be potentially meeting with. Yeah, so I would say like on average it's about 10 a week, but usually more, and it's been that way ever since we switched to the nonprofits.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that is so, great to hear, Kelly. And, it's even building on itself. You need to get, maybe some help to help you follow up with all these great connections. But that pipeline is built. The process is long for some of them, but, congratulations. And just to repeat that you were brand new, pretty much coming to me, hope you found the right process, hoping that you had. So that's awesome. And can you tell me about what were you going to do, before you found Lux? Like, what were the tools that you had in the beginning of your career in the financial industry?
The tools I had were really limited. But it's the industry, right? It's our job to find clients, and so I didn't have any tools at all, actually. I had looked into different things, other options, buying leads and things like that. But every single thing I've heard about them were, just horror reviews online, firsthand stories from coworkers, things like that. Yeah, so I had no specific system set up. Getting clients was kind of difficult, unless I was going to kind of put myself out there kind of thing, and just randomly start talking to people in the street. Then that's just, yeah, not me. So yeah, so we got this whole system set up, and now it's like I don't even have to think about it. It's just all automated. Every morning I just check to see what my messages are, and I do the same thing every evening, and then just schedule like clockwork, and then I just automate the emails and done. So
Yeah,
easy. Yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So with, 4 or 5 months now total, this is where you're at, and just really more good stuff to come. And the most important thing is that you're helping people who really didn't even have it before. And so you actually reached the right market. So congratulations. And yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add, to someone on the edge of investing in themselves, joining a program like ours, taking a leap of faith to build a stellar process?
Yeah, I would say, like, because I know what that's like. Should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? I would say at first it seems like it's a lot of work, but it is worth it. It pays off in the end. But that's just like anything, you're gonna have to like really put the work into this and really make sure that you know your niche. And I think you will have tremendous success. I mean, it just proves itself. So I mean, you can't find a bad review about Lux anywhere. So I have nothing but great things to say. Like, if you're having trouble in the beginning, maybe pivot. Do what I did. I started with teachers, thought that was the best thing to do, and it just wasn't working. And we just instantly pivoted, and then boom, explosion. And all of this was done in a matter of 4 months. And now, here I am sitting in a totally different situation. Before I found Lux, I was pulling my hair out, not knowing what to do. I was just basically a mess, going like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Why did I even bother studying so hard for all these licenses when I can't even get a client? Well, now it's night and day. So yeah. So for all of you who are on the fence, it's a little bit of work again, but it pays off in the end for sure.
Yeah. Amazing, Kelly. Thank you so much. Couldn't say it better myself. And really, this is one of the best successes I've seen. So, and it's because of you. So congratulations for the hard work and, the trust, especially.